Okay, y'all, let's talk about something that might be making you a little nervous, and that's investing in a website when you're not totally sure it'll pay off. You might be wondering, is it really worth it? What if I spend all this time and money and it doesn't actually help my business? I get it, it's a big decision, and that little buzz of anticipation can actually be a good sign, but at the end of the day, I want you to feel confident and comfortable before making the leap. So here's what I want to do in this episode. I want to walk you through why hiring a designer isn't just about the upfront cost. We're going to look at all the things to consider when you're weighing the investment so you can feel good about your decision either way. And one quick note before we dive in, I'm not going to go over exact pricing in this episode since that's something that can fluctuate. So if you're curious about specific packages, you can always check out the services page on our website where we have our current prices listed. All right, now here is the real talk. No single aspect of your business is going to be a magic fix, as we know. I'm not going to sit here and promise that by working with us on a new website, we can double your income overnight or get you instantly booked out. But after working with over 100 creative business owners, what I can tell you is that having a strategic, personality-filled website really does change how potential clients see you. And in a lot of cases, that shift leads to more inquiries and bookings faster than you'd expect. So let me start by zooming out for a sec, because most of us start with DIYing our websites to save money up front, right? But there are some sneaky costs to doing it yourself that we don't always think about. And I don't just mean money, I'm talking time, energy, and missed opportunities. It's so easy to spend 200 plus hours Googling stuff, comparing what your peers are doing, troubleshooting platform issues, and trying to piece together a site that maybe works. But that's time you could be spending with clients or growing your business, or honestly just enjoying your life a little more. And even after all that, you still might feel unsure if your site's actually doing what it's supposed to do, and that second guessing is exhausting. And it could mean you're missing out on potential inquiries just because your site isn't set up to guide people toward booking. I've seen this play out a bunch of times, but one example that always sticks with me is Adrian. He's a wedding photographer we worked with who came in with a DIY site that just wasn't bringing in new leads, which, let's be real, is a scary place to be when you rely on bookings to pay the bills. He was doing everything else right. His work was gorgeous, his client experience was top notch, but his website wasn't conveying any of that. It just wasn't doing the selling. But get this, within a week of launching his new site and driving some traffic to it, he booked his first ideal client in ages. The bride booked a consult really just as a formality and signed right away, just like that. Why? Because the site finally highlighted his unique strengths as a photographer, and it made the decision a no-brainer for the client. Stories like that are exactly why I do what I do. Because when your website finally matches the quality of your work, it becomes so much easier for the right people to say yes. Now, let's talk about why professional design usually comes with a higher price tag. When you hire a designer, you're not just paying for a pretty website. You're paying for expertise, strategic thinking, a smooth experience for your users, and a solution that's built to last. A solid site should carry you for 3 to 5 years, and over that time, it can easily pay for itself many times over. In fact, most of our clients make back what they spend with us in just 1 or 2 new bookings. Here's another way to look at it. If you're aiming to make $100,000 next year, it makes total sense to put just 5 to 10% of that goal into building a site that helps you get there. And while our pricing may be higher than what you'd see on Fiverr or with a newer designer, that's because we've spent years refining the process and learning what actually works. Everything we do is rooted in helping you make more money doing what you love. That said, there is nothing wrong with choosing a more budget-friendly option if that's what makes the most sense for you right now. But it's important to be aware of the trade-offs because with lower prices, you're often giving up things like strategic planning, a streamlined process, or the kind of expert communication that just makes everything feel easier. And I say that as someone who started out freelancing at $15 an hour. My rates have always grown alongside my experience, just like your business probably has too. Now, I totally get that. You might not want to drop thousands on a website all at once. And that's exactly why we offer payment plans for bigger projects that let you spread out the cost to make it more manageable. And if a custom site isn't the right move for you right now, semi-custom or half-day services might be a better fit. If you haven't listened to episode 4 yet, go check that out. I break down each of those options and who they're best for. I also get that it can be a little scary to trust someone you haven't met face to face. That's why I send over a video during the consult process to introduce myself and give you a real feel for what it's like to work together before you ever have to commit to anything. I'm always going to be upfront with you about what to expect, and if I don't think our services are the right fit for your goals, I'll tell you that too. And if you're curious what it's been like for other people in your shoes, definitely go check out our Google reviews. We've got a 5-star rating for a reason, my friend. Past clients consistently say that working together felt easy, fun, and totally worth it. And I am so proud of that. I know you've got a ton on your plate, and it's tempting to keep pushing your website to the bottom of the list. But here's why bumping it up can actually make things a little easier across the board. Your website is where most people ultimately decide whether they want to work with you. And when it's done right, it builds trust and connection before you've even had a conversation with them. That's exactly what happened with another one of our clients, Veronica. She's a wedding planner who hadn't gotten any inquiries in months when she decided to work with us. And yeah, she admitted she was nervous about the cost at first. But within only 2 weeks of launching her new site, she already got 3 new leads. Again, that was after months of hearing nothing. It wasn't that her business suddenly changed. It was that her website finally gave people a reason to reach out. Imagine having that confidence that your site not only looks amazing, but it's bringing in the right clients, saving you time, and helping your business run more smoothly. That alone is worth so much peace of mind. So if you're curious about what this could look like for you or whether now's the right time, you can head to our contact page and fill out the client application there. No pressure, it's no commitment, it's just a starting point to see what kind of support might make sense for you. Next time, we're going to look at what can happen when you finally have a website that you're proud of. And I'm not talking about numbers in this one, but the unexpected ways it can change how you show up in your business. I can't wait to share it with you.